Hey, everybody, welcome to Ronline Report. Today's guest is the boogeyman, Blessing Awodibu. Today, he's going to take on some of your questions, give you some helpful advice so you too can look like him someday in your dreams. What's up, Blessing? So,
Yeah, man.
okay. Yeah, we got some really good questions that a lot of people deal with every day. And I know you love helping people get achieve results. So I'm going to start off with a very, very common concern. Guy says, I know I'm supposed to eat more to gain muscle mass, but my appetite has never been good. Do you have any suggestions for me?
Oh man, this is even myself. I suffer with the same problem. But this is a lifestyle. Especially if you have goals. And when you set goals and dreams, they're not supposed to be easy. Not every single one of us have a great appetite. But we have to make it happen somehow, So it's just down to our body want it. I suffer with food as well. Sometimes it's all about finding the right food. What your body can digest easier. What's the right food for you. Yeah. It's not easy, so you got to find a way to get them food down.
Like for you, what were some foods that turned out to be very bad ideas for you, and what are some of the foods that you eat now that do go digest easier for you?
I mean, I'm very lucky because most of the bodybuilding food, the common food that we eat, they all, my body accept those nicely. Like, the oatmeal, rice, all kinds of fish, salmon, cod, red meat, what else? Chicken.
Yeah, chicken.
Well, now if I'm talking about turkey is not a meat that I would go for because my body doesn't digest it. Nicely as it does with chicken, So there's a lot of choices there, that you can substitute for others, But thank God I have no problem with. Of course, eating. That's the problem. Eating is getting those meals down is hard, but that's the hardest part of bodybuilding, hardest part of getting in shape. You just have to find a way to make it happen.
Yeah, like I say all the time, everybody loves going to the gym and lifting weights, but eating 6 meals a day, every day, very few people will do that consistently.
Yes, and it's very easy to find excuses not to eat. It's easy to be like, oh, no, my appetite is not good. Oh, no, and then you start snacking. And that's the problem. Most people, especially normal people, maybe they're not going to be, they don't want to be a pro bodybuilder. But most of the problem is people snack, they eat. When you start snacking chocolate here, cake there, this and that, your appetite is going to go to shit. That is no way you're going to get the proper meals in. But if you stick to the proper meals, get your 4 meals in, 6 meals in a day, get rid of all the snacking, trust me, you are on your way.
Fair enough. Next one's a training question. I was glad to hear you're able to squat again after years of terrible knee pain. In my case, it's my lower back that prevents me from squatting, and I don't think that will change. What are the best exercises for quads for someone who can't put a barbell on his back anymore?
Oh man, there are a lot of varieties and options out there. Now what I use a lot of belt squats, where that's the one attach the belt to your waist, and then you're eliminating a lot of stress from putting the bar on your back. A lot of Romanian split squats, either with dumbbells or stationary with a machine. What else? There's a lot out there, a lot of leg press. There's so many ways to build big legs. I hate when people say, oh no, squatting is the only way. No, squatting is not the only way. If you can't do squat with free bar, you can try SME machine. Now, SME machine, it can sort of prevent some sort of pressure on lower back because it requires less pressure. Requires less movement to stabilize the weight. Right. So that's another thing. There's a lot of ways to build bigger quads: leg press, Romanian splits, squats, belt squats. All of these exercises.
Okay, cool. Next one. If you had to make a list of the top bodybuilding related mistakes you've made that you would want to pass on to someone to keep them from making mistakes, what are some of the things that you would tell someone just starting out?
For me, one of the mistakes I made was, I was training chest nearly every day and arms, I never ate legs. I didn't understand bodybuilding properly until I was going into my first ever competition. And then coming out of that show, you know, I got a lot of great feedbacks. Now I start to learn about bodybuilding. Now I start to research. Bodybuilding is all about balance. You cannot neglect any body part. So you got to make sure you're spending the same amount of time on each body part, because it's all about balance. And also, you know, dieting, food is everything. These are the things I did not know nothing about when I was coming up. I didn't know anything about dieting. I didn't know anything about eating, you know, so it takes me a while. You have to make mistakes in order to get some of these things wrong, you know, and it comes with experience, you know, so trust me, you're going to make a lot of mistakes and you're going to learn from it. But, you know, just make sure, you know, you prioritize your eating, dieting, and never neglect any body part, especially your legs.
Yeah. Did you always have a coach, or did you get a coach later on after competing?
I got a coach later on, you know. I didn't get a coach till I was about to fight for my pro card in 2017.
Oh, wow.
That's my first coach.
Okay. Next one. What's your approach to bulking? Do you try and add size gradually and stay relatively lean? Or do you think that potentially limits your gains when you do it that way?
I mean, bulking and making gaining quality muscle, it's all down to timing. You cannot do it overnight, you know. And the best way to do it is trying to stay lean, you know, because a lot of people mistake bodybuilding with dirty bulking, meaning, you know, because I wanna bulk doesn't mean you have to eat everything and everything. And that's what people do. They eat everything and everything on site. And what normally happens is, of course, you're gonna gain weight. You know, gaining weight doesn't mean you're making progress or you're building quality muscle. Anybody can gain weight by eating shitty food here and there and cheat meals every day. You know, so it's always for me. I like to stay on even when I'm in my off season. My diet is still the same. I eat the same food during prep and off season. The difference between my meals are, of course, off season, the meals are a lot bigger, carbs are a lot higher, maybe fat a little bit higher than they would be when I'm prepping. So, you know, it's all about eating clean. You know, you're trying to gain quality muscle, you have to eat clean. When you're bulking, it might be just try and stay, just try and keep your diet as clean as possible. Because if you gain too much body fat in your off season, you know, trying to gain weight, trying to get big, it's going to take you a long time, a lot of work to get that body fat down. So it's always nice to always, you know, have in the back of your mind to try and stay as lean as possible while gaining quality muscle.
Yeah. I mean, I tell people all the time, anything you put on fat, in terms of fat, you're going to have to take it off at some point. You want your life is going to suck if you have a lot of fat to lose.
Yep. Even now, you know, in the past, I've been, you know, last off season, I was around 303. Honestly, bro, you know, I said to George, I do not ever want to be around 303 again, because, you know, there's a lot of pain comes with that, you know, and plus, you know, my performance sucks, you know, knee pain, you know, your joint hurts because you're so heavy. And what's the point of being that heavy when you're going to lose 40 pounds to 45 pounds, you know, in order to get in shape anyways? Why not trying to just stay lean, you know, eat clean, and just try and stay as lean as possible while gaining quality muscle?
And I think it's an aspect, you know, we're all concerned about health now, as we should be, but more now than ever. I think something nobody talks about is how dangerous it is over years to keep going way up in body weight, way down, over, you know, 40, 50 pounds up and down over and over again.
And even all these bodybuilders, you know, especially top rows, you know, we're just throwing the numbers out there. Oh, I'm 320. Oh, I'm 350. I'm 3. And this guy's like 5'10", you know, 5'9", you know, this is not healthy. And the more we throw those numbers to the audience, to our young followers, these are the things that this guy's going to chase. They're going to believe that, oh, in order for me to be a great bodybuilder, I have to be 300 pounds. No, you do not. 300 pounds. Because trust me, all those guys there now in the office, 330 pounds, 340 pounds, guess what? On stage, on that day of the competition, they'll be around 270, you know, 275, 280, you know, so losing 50 pounds plus to get in shape, that is not healthy. You know, I would not promote that. You know, I will not be behind that because it is not healthy. you know, because in order to get that, a lot of amateurs, they don't understand, you know, they're just going to think it's the big numbers, and they will do anything, you know, to get that number real high. Like I said, you know, getting those numbers high doesn't mean you're building quality muscles.
I mean, America is full of people who are 300 to 400 pounds.
Yes.
They're not bodybuilders.
The body, so much stress on your joints, so much stress on your organs, you know, and trust me, at the end of the day, you know, these things will add up.
Right. Okay, Blessing, our final question for you. What have you found the best rep range or ranges are for upper and lower body, or does it vary from body part to body part for you?
I mean, if I have to put everything in one box, for me, it's between 12 to 20 reps, you know. Mostly my upper body rep ranges go between 12 to 15, and then my lower body be around 12 to 20 reps, you know. And this is the range I found, like, you know, that makes, you know, that I make the most amount of progress. Because for me, I train to failure all the time. You know, in order to train to failure, you have to do those reps. It's all about repetition, you know, going. And especially if you have a training partner and a spotter, a great spotter, you know, maybe you get like, you know, 6, 8 clean reps by yourself, and your training partner will, you know, is there to push you past your limit, to help you get those extra 5 reps, you know, extra 6 reps, because those are the reps that actually makes all the difference.
Yeah, I think it was Arnold said he didn't consider any of the reps. Nothing counted until he already hit failure. Everything past that was what
That's it.
Yeah, those are the ones that build it. Well, that is all the training and nutrition questions. Thank you so much, Blessing, for helping out people out there who desperately need help and advice from someone like yourself, who's done it and been there and all that good stuff. So that's it, man. Thank you so much, Blessing, and everybody. Thanks for watching.
Stay healthy, man.
Stay healthy. Yeah, definitely stay healthy. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.